Ileana!
Hey, Joe, look at the house.
The kitchen is absolutely perfect. Everything is where I need it to be. We knew that Santa Barbara was going to be a bit too pricey for retirement.
Building an ADU, came up in the conversation because our daughter, Sarah, had bought this home with this big lot in Washington, D.C.
We didn't see the kids for 18 months.
I was over it. My mom was over it.
It's lovely. It's bright, plenty of room for everything.
Yes. This move to D.C. has turned out to be the best move we could have made for our life together.
Joe and I have been married for a little over 43 years, and about 3 years into our marriage, we had Sarah. We spent most of our time in the Central Valley of California. Everything we did was wrapped around her. So Sarah was a flutist, and then she became the drum major and led the band.
So we were also the band parents.
I mean, everyone called my parents mom and dad when I was growing up. We were very close.
Sarah grew up thinking about college. She decided she was going to Georgetown in Washington, D.C. We became empty nesters that next summer. I think for all of us, it was horrible, even now.
I had Washington Post, and I was looking at one ad. I just had a little tear in my eye sitting by the window. And I thought, we'll be together someday.
I never thought she would actually not come home. The life that she wanted was better suited on the East Coast. So she stayed. But I also told her, make sure wherever you are, the house next door is for sale because I'll be there. And hopefully your dad will too. So Sarah got married in 2019. And her husband, Joshua, is from the East Coast.
It was hard being far away and traveling across country, the time, the expense. Not easy. It got really hard during the pandemic when we went a really long period of time without seeing one another.
I said, I'm done. I'm out. Get me out of here. We knew that Santa Barbara was going to be a bit too pricey for retirement.
We looked at the real estate situation, our retirement savings, and so building an ADU, came up in the conversation because our daughter had bought this home with this big lot in Washington, D.C.
It came with plans for an ADU, and we said, wow, this could really work.
Well, we had two other sources of income. Mimi was then going to be able to draw from her pension, and then I discovered that I had an annuity from another employer. Social Security is probably, 70-80% of our income.
Being able to sell our property in California and then put that into building on our daughter and son-in-law's property just made it so much easier for us to attain the lifestyle that we want. Sarah did some research on architects in the area and found Ileana.
I am Ileana Schinder. I'm an architect here in Washington, D.C. D.C. is becoming one of those markets where additional dwelling units are becoming part of the solution of housing affordability. Because of the cost of living and the cost of access to properties, homeowners are looking at additional dwelling units as extra space for other family members that need housing.
We didn't want to be in something super tiny. We worked a lot with Ileana about what it would take for us to be able to be comfortable.
ADUs can take all shapes and sizes. Mimi and Joe wanted something a bit larger. Since the lot size was zoned for 1,100 square feet, which is a bit bigger than the typical ADU. We decided to take advantage of every square foot.
We had a wish list of things. We wanted the dining room.
I needed a fully functioning kitchen with full-size appliances, and then an office/sewing room.
and we need to have a bathroom and a bedroom on the first floor. We didn't have any land costs because it was built on Sarah and Josh's property, but the total cost of construction was $450,000.
We started that, groundbreaking July 1st, and then actually got to move in February 1st of 23. And then bonus, we now have a grandson.
Ileana!
Hey, Joe, how are you? Great to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Look at the house. All furnished and ready to enjoy.
You designed it.
Come in and see the finished product.
Wow. So happy to see it after such a long process, the design, the construction, to see it come together.
And become a real home. We love it.
So how's the kitchen working out?
The kitchen is absolutely perfect. Everything is where I need it to be.
Oh my God, and I see this amazing wine cove that I had thought just like plain storage, and I see you brought this amazing touch to it.
So that is all Joe. His design, his thought process. We do have a wine hobby, mostly Joe. I like to just go along for the ride.
During the design process, we talked a lot about, hey, let's have a bedroom and a bathroom on the ground floor.
We knew when we started this process, this was going to be our forever home. So having the room down here, when we decide we're not doing stairs anymore, is going to be just great. You want to go upstairs and see the rest of the house?
Let's go.
All right, come on up. So come into our office/sewing room. I spend most of my free time in here. Our bedroom, and it's lovely. It's bright, plenty of room for everything.
Yes.
And we've been able to be really comfortable.
Why don't you show me how the bathroom and the laundry turned out after we talked so much about it during the design process?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Come on, Joe, you can show her.
Come this
Go
way.
ahead.
So as designed, we ended up with the seat in the shower, which was one of a couple of things we had to have in here. Again, planning for later on in life, there's also a bar for support, low entry into the shower, so that, again, it's easy to get in and out as long as we can. And then the shower actually downstairs is similar, just a little smaller.
And I really like that the space where we're standing is actually the laundry room, that it's an easy walk in and out of the bathroom while keeping privacy. Everything has such a long-term view of the way you want to live.
You're right.
I mean, my parents are just a huge part of my world. In their retirement, are able to help care for my little one, to help raise him with me and my husband. I wish this was an option for everyone.
This move to DC has turned out to be the best move we could have made for our life together.
To see them in this place where they have so much more freedom in their retirement, it's very good to have them nearby. Look at Papa.
So moving here and how everything fell into place with the home, the neighborhood, our financial situation,
Yeah, lots of water. Good job, buddy.
and at the same time be near our daughter and watch our grandson grow up and be part of his life.
Oh, did you spray that one?
Did you water that one?
Did you water?
We have access to that grandbaby all the time.
It's really cool to kind of see them have this new phase in their lives.
We have friends tell us, oh, you're living your best life. We really are.